Hey YouTube, I can't tell how everything's looking, but I was gonna say, and I made these videos and I like several videos trying to build upon what I talked about as far as looks. It's good to smell good. It's and all that stuff. Like, and we all have choices, right? We all have choices in life, so you don't have to. I was watching a girl's. I forgot her name. She's really popular on YouTube, or she has a lot of followers. I'll say that. And she was talking about she does her makeup is flawless, all that, right? You don't have to be the best at makeup, but they have so many tutorials and different things, and you don't even have to be a makeup wearer. But if you're not a makeup wearer, I would say get your skin all the way together, okay? And if you don't care, you don't care, and that's okay. And oh God, what was her name? She's a pretty I guess you can say she's dark skinned for me. I mean, I'm the in between shade, I guess. So for a black or a melanated woman or whatever, right? So she's a few shades darker than me. Beautiful. I can't think of her name, but she has her hair done all the time. Like I said, some people you got to have your hair looking good. I don't care. Yeah, some people, everybody's not into the afros, but if you are into the natural hair, honey, do that natural hair. Make sure it's on all kind of points, okay? Because the points add up. They matter, okay? Represent for the natural hair girls. I'm a natural hair girl, but I don't really wear my natural hair out that much. I'm trying to get it to grow more and, thicken up more, take care of it underneath my wigs, weaves, braids, and all that. And that's fine. That's me. If you're, you want to be, it's nothing wrong with being fully natural and organic. And matter of fact, I think that's the best way to be. But I feel like, make sure I'm looking. I feel like, sacrifice. Put the money into your whatever organic, your organic lifestyle, right? You can still be beautiful and be mostly, organic. You want to be more toxin free, which I completely get it. Like one thing I did, I don't know if it's, probably better than putting on your skin. So today, I'm starting another detox, right? And this one is supposed to be pretty strong. So I put on a non-toxic perfume, but on my clothes, right? I washed up first, soap, water, and towel. Okay. Washed up, and last night took a good shower. I washed up this morning. I didn't sweat or anything like that, so I just did wash up. And of course, always wash your face, your neck, all that, right? Clean your ears out, all that, right? Let's see. Yeah, I washed up. Then if you need to put some more lotion on, if you not as moisturized from the other night, put you some more lotion on. Sometimes you gotta put a little bit more on, and then spray your perfumes if you spray it on your skin. I didn't spray it on my skin today. I'm going to the gym. I just sprayed it, under the arms once or twice, and then in the hot spots. I sprayed some on my pants. And yeah, so that was it. I sprayed a lighter. What is it? Toilette? Is that how y'all say it? So it wasn't like it doesn't have that much. It doesn't have oud in it. I think it's more alcohol based. I sprayed that on, and it's a non-toxic, a more organic one, and it's vanilla scent. And I'm trying to think of who in the world. I gotta get y'all these fragrances. So then I put my Estee Lauder on top of it, and it's like a warmer. I was going for the more warmer scent since we're still in winter, almost in spring, but I should have been got a winter scent, which I smell good. So some people do the different seasonal fragrances, and that's fine. But as long as you smell good, that's what really matters. So you want to smell. You don't just want to smell good and be clean. You also want to look nice. Like, I didn't put a full face of makeup on again, but I did. First off, I cleaned up my eyebrows because I'm growing them out. And this shade is a little dark, but it is what it is. This is all I had. So, I filled in my eyebrows. You know, I filled them in. And then I put on my I guess you call it concealer putty. So I just put a little dab here, a little dab there, you know, in whatever little places where I felt like, oh, I have a little dark spots, you know, real light faint ones. They're almost gone, y'all. But I put them there. If you don't have any dark spots, you go ahead. You go, girl. Like, you got it going on. Like, it's all good. And if you got some dark spots, you still got it going on, just conceal, put a little concealer there and just let it sit. If you don't have the money to get NARS or whatever other more expensive brands of concealer, that's okay. Use what you have. If you have to go cheaper, sometimes it's hard to find your shade. Get 2 concealers, one that's a little bit lighter maybe, and one that is like closest to your shade, maybe a little bit darker, or maybe that's your shade and a little bit lighter, and then like mix them together and then make your concealer out of that. And once you just dab them on the spot, and leave them alone for like 2 to 3 minutes or longer if you want. And then I used a makeup brush, like a smaller makeup brush, to kind of dab on the side, around the sides of where I dab. Put the dab of the concealer on there, and then you may be able to, once it kind of dries a little, you want to let your concealer dry a little bit, and then kind of like dab on top of it. But like this one, the makeup artist or the lady who worked at Sephora, she told me to just dab it on the makeup on, right? The concealer, the putty concealer, but it can just be regular concealer. Let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes, and then she said to let me think, y'all. To just dab, blend it in around it, like real, almost like you dabbing with a beauty blender, but with your brush. And I wouldn't swirl it in, I'll just dab it in, and that should work. Trying to think of anything else, y'all. Oh, the reason why you want to look put together. Okay, the lady, and I can't, what's her name, Jess something, or she's really pretty. I think she's like Haitian, Jamaican, or something like that. She was saying that she was interviewing some ladies, right? And she was like, why it's good to be put together. Now, you can do whatever you want to do, and some people are completely against makeup. I understand. I like it. I'm cool with me and makeup like this, okay? You know, but you gotta know how to look good without it, like look decent, you know, without it and all that stuff like that, right? We're always growing, right? And I'm gonna eat some of this fish I got, y'all. I gotta have some energy for the gym. I just warmed up some fish in the air fryer that I had left over. Some people do this, some people don't. It's salmon. What was I gonna say? You wanna make sure you look good, because treat yourself good and look good, because a lot of these women are thrown off because they found out how their man saw them. And this one lady, she was like, man, she thought her man was gonna, you know, her husband was gonna say something really good about her. And I understand, guys, you don't, you know, men, you don't want anybody to play around on you and all these things. We don't want anybody to play around on us, right? It goes both ways, y'all. Y'all are not anybody else's. So, the man proceeds to tell her husband proceeds to tell her that, you know, this woman looks plain Jane. Almost look like a woman, but she looks tough. Like she could be a boy, a man, or something, right? And it might be because she just doesn't care, right? And he was like, well, she said, why did, out of all the women, why did you choose her, right? Or I don't want to say me, but her. She asked her husband, why did he choose her out of all the women, all the beautiful women out there? And he said, well, with you, he said, you're plain. He said because you're playing and I don't have to be concerned about you going out here cheating or anything like that. So he ain't concerned about her at all. As far as like, he ain't got to think twice about her cheating. Like, he ain't got to be flustered at all. Yeah, a concern that you can even get somebody is what he trying to say. And he might have said it with love, but you know, he was just being honest. And he might love her. I'm pretty, you know, but it's, yeah, you know. And then he was like, you know, I don't have to worry about you cheating and going out here and getting nobody. And then he said, and you know, you're good with the kids, you cook and clean and do all these domestic things, which is great. A nice looking woman can do that too. You want to look at more than just the outward appearance of a woman. You want to look at how is she. So if you want her to be a little bit, I don't want to say domestic. Okay. You want her to not domestic, but you want her to what is it called? Be the type of person that can you know, look out for your kids, cook y'all some dinner, maybe some breakfast and all that stuff like that. And that should mean too that, I mean, that you are making sure she's good, you know, she's comfortable, relaxed and all that stuff, and taken care of, so she can do all of those things. Thank you. Yeah, so she can she feels, you know, like she has the time and all that stuff to do all these things. So if you want like your at-home wife or mom or whatever, then make sure you're taking care of everything financially, okay? But yeah, men, don't you want your woman to look decent? But if you don't, that's fine. But women, I'm talking to y'all too. Mainly I'm talking to y'all. So she was hurt, and a lot of the women were hurt when they found out. You know, some of their guys probably didn't tell them anything, but at least her guy told her, so she would know that she's playing. He doesn't have to worry about her. Not that you want to do anything just because you look pretty, and that's not a misconception too. Yes, a nice looking person, in general, man or woman, can easily go out and get another person, but that doesn't mean that that person is going to be good quality, just like the person that you have. Okay. Something else he said, he said I've been with those women that are beautiful. He said I already had that before. He said I already had beautiful women before. He said he said you don't require anything, you don't get your nails done, you don't get your hair done or anything, so you are very affordable. Something he said you are cheap to keep up with. And I thought that was, I'm sorry y'all, it was funny. It's funny now I'm thinking about it, but I kind of felt some kind of way for that woman. But it was good that these women heard these things from their guy. I don't want you to just take that as, oh, it's me. No, you need to get it together. If you want people to respect you, you got to respect yourself. You got to show that you respect yourself. People don't know that you respect yourself when you come out with a bonnet on, with scarf on. I don't want to say scarf. Some people wear beautiful head wraps. I'm not talking about a head wrap. I'm not talking about a cute scarf that you kind of, you know, do it in a little cute bow and wear your hair cute. I'm not talking about that. I mean a scarf like you're going to sleep, going to bed. Come on. And I will say this too. SAR practices, if you're married or in a relationship, you know, you live in co-living, or y'all are around each other, like you spend a night, he spend a night, or whatever, right? I want you to start with trying to look prettier when you go to bed, or just lounging around. Just try to look pretty, and then it'll start training you to want to easily just get ready and be pretty all the time, if that makes sense. Be up kept all the time. Make sure, if you don't get nails on, that's cool. Like, you ain't got to spend a lot of money getting on nails on. Go to the doggone store and put you some nails on. I would say get the I like the gel kind because they're like thicker. And then you can put gel polish on top. I might do a video on that. I like to keep my videos simple and to the point on what I'm talking about. Tutorials, maybe I might go there. But yeah, look put together so you can be respected. And I think you gotta get it out your head. You might love you, you might like you, but we're not in the world by ourselves. We got other people in the world with us, so they're looking at us and they might not see us like we see ourselves. Okay, she was on the phone, not a phone, why is this thing moving? I don't know why this is moving like this, y'all. Oh, but